light, heavy definitely makes sense. Now we are moving to the third one. Guys, this is how we are getting these marks. So make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Why? Because we are moving into much nicer one, which is called the raw material orientated. We know that we have raw material for days in South Africa. Raw material for days. So what is this? Raw material orientated industry. Raw material orientated industry. What do they mean? It definitely explains itself. Do I actually have to explain it? I guess I do. Raw material orientated industry definitely means those industries, they are tied to that particular location. They cannot be just anywhere. Raw material orientated industry, they are located to that particular raw material, such as the video I dropped where we visited a mine. Looking at the site of a mine, there is a mine, right, where they are definitely entering the shaft and stuff like that. Looking at this other side of the mount, there is a plantation where that definitely gold, which is definitely found, can be easily transported into the production industry, into the production factory. That plantation, it is acting as a raw material orientated industry. It takes whatever raw material those trucks are bringing from the mine, and then just within the mine, it is definitely not far away. Because of it, it is trying to do what? Only two things are very, very important when it comes to the raw material orientated. You just look at the transport, right? The transport, it seems like they do not want to spend a lot of money when it comes to transporting that raw materials to factories. So they have to build a factory nearer to that raw material. The transport is number one. But then, as it has been happening in the Asian countries such as Japan and China, those raw material orientated industries, the raw material that's what definitely nearer the industry or the factory, it is deeply it has ended. The raw material which was definitely nearer that raw material orientated industry, it is definitely depleted. It palely, the raw material, it is ending. Guys, they've been digging holes in South Africa for how many years? Just imagine. Don't you think those raw material will end? In Japan, the raw materials such as the iron, the coal, most of them, they have ended. So what are they doing? They are now importing raw material from South Africa. There are still raw material orientated industries in Japan because of, I have a raw material orientated industry, but if the gold is no longer here, does it mean I have to shut down the industry? Or the whole machines that I was using to produce, to transform that gold, I must just shut it down? No, I cannot. It means I have to bring another plan, which is to import that raw material back into the factory because I already have machines to try and process and produce. And also the second one, I said, is transportation, right? They do not want transport costs because of it is heavy. Those things are very heavy. Raw material, it is very, very heavy. Then secondly, the deterioration, which means ukbola, the rottening, right? What will happen is the fact that there's also the raw material orientated industries such as the grain, such as the wine industries, right? The wine industries, such as the wine industries. The wine industries are depending on the nearer grape farm, right? That area has to be, the soil has to be fertile enough to be able, even the condition, the climate condition should be allowing for grapes to be growing there. And if there's a grape farm there or a grape plantation there, we have to create a nearer industry which will be able to just take these grapes and we could able to process them fastly before they can be able to rotten or stuff like that. Or canned food. You see those canned fruits, obviously they have to be, the industry has to be nearer to wherever, maybe those apples, they are apple farm or whatever. After they just remove those apples from the tree, canned, they have to be peeled out and then canned, right? Same time. So the raw material orientated only deals with two, the transport and also the deterioration of the food that is being definitely produced or processed. Yes, guys, and now if you understand the raw material orientated industry, will definitely easily understand the market orientated industry. You heard what I said, market orientated industry. Yes, guys, what does the market orientated industry simply mean? It is very, very simple. It means that this industry relies on the market. This industry relies on the target market, the buyers. It relies on us. This is the industry that definitely means it has to be closer to the residential areas, or it has to be closer towards its buyers, right? Yes, guys, this industry is definitely producing fresh things. Hence, when you go into the shops each and every day, before you buy bread, you look at what the date, when is this thing expiring. That definitely means the freshness. It is very important for the market, right? So what is an example of a market orientated industry? You're already thinking about it, right? It is definitely those bakeries. I've already said it. Those bakeries that are definitely delivering bread to whatever shops and whatever people where there's a market, right? Delivering bread and stuff like that. Or even cakes. You want fresh cakes. You do not want to buy cakes that have slept 2 days or even a day, right? So definitely speaks about fresh. The market orientated industry speaks about the market, right? And definitely the industry, I've already said it. I said the bakery, and we could also say because of the industry is growing, the market orientated industry, it is growing. Also, the people that you definitely find, those carpentry that you find that are actually within the township, right? Those areas that are definitely creating furnitures, right? But then they cannot actually take their material or their equipment and come to work in your house. No, they have their own station there, such as the bakery. It has its own station there, its own area, specific location where you come towards them and you buy whatever product you want to buy, such as the furniture. That is definitely happening right now. There's a lot of furniture production that is happening. So definitely heard me. The market orientated industry has machineries, so they cannot move around and go to that place and that place and that place, but then they have to be nearer the market. When you look at the market orientated industry and the raw material industry, they have some similarities. They both hate transport costs. Just imagine if you had a bakery far away. That means they need food every day. Will you be able to transport those food, those bread each and every time? So you have to be nearer the market so that the transport cost cannot be that high. Hence this one, the raw material, it is heavy. So you cannot be that far away from the raw material, right? So the transport cost will be expensive if you rely on trucks, such as you have to rent trucks for you to get that raw material, very expensive. And also the second similarities is that when we look at the bakery here at the market oriented industry, and when we look at the wine industry here at the raw material orientated, they are both can deteriorate, meaning they can both rotten, right? So both of them, they are in a rush of definitely selling. Maybe not both of them. The market orientated industry, it is definitely on a rush of selling. Most of the market orientated industries, because of I've already said, there are also those carpentries, so those ones are not that much thirsty when it comes to selling, right? When it comes to selling. Okay, guys, so we know market orientated industry. Now we are talking about money. This one, it was all about producing. They didn't care about who's going to buy. These one are caring so much about the market and also the production. So it's both ways. Then last, the fifth one, we are definitely going. So as you can definitely tell, raw material market orientated, you can definitely use them to actually understand what you're doing. This one and this one, and then this one and this one also, right? You can tell what's happening. Okay, then now let's move into our fifth one. Our fifth one, let's say, what is it? Our fifth one, it is the Footloose. Yes, the Footloose. This one already explains itself, my brother. Foot loose. Your foot is loose, meaning the equipments that you are using to make your industry, the equipment you are using in your industry, you can be able to carry them, or you can be able to take them in a transport. They are easy to be actually transported. The foot loose, your foot, it is loose. You can go anywhere and work.